Hi everyone, welcome all of you to this online webinar on how to trade without technical tension, fundamental confusion and advisory stress in stock market. Now I'm sure all of you know the fact that there are many people in this business who have experienced failure because of the same technical tension, fundamental confusion and advisory stress. But when I say this, some of you may start thinking now how is it possible to trade without technicals or fundamentals or advisory? Is there a way? Well, if you ask me, let me tell you, there is a way. There is a revolutionary invention today, and this invention has supported people who have lost their job and trying to trade to earn some income by trading in futures and options in this tough time the world is facing. And this invention is what we call it as dynamic live. It is the first ever stock market intelligence of the world called Domantic method. So today in this webinar, you will understand now how to start trading and how to straight away, start earning consistently in a matter of just 1, 2, 3 easy steps. Those of you who are very new to futures and options trading, you will also understand how to master futures and options trading in just a matter of 7 minutes. But then before we get into the details, now I have one very basic question to ask you people. Now, first of all, let me tell you, the more you people participate, the more you're going to benefit from this webinar. All right. So you can participate by commenting your replies on the chat. All right. So the question here is, why do you want to trade in stock market? Why did you choose this business? What is that you want to achieve here? I'm sure there are many of you who are beginners, some of you are experienced traders, but whichever category you belong, why do you want to trade in stock market? We are all here for only one reason, and that is to earn money, isn't it? Is there any other reason than this? Think again. But then, in order to earn money in trading in stock market, now what is that we are supposed to do? To earn money in stock market, now what is it you are supposed to do? Whether you are a beginner or an experienced trader, what are you supposed to do? Well, there are just two things that you have to do here. That is buying and selling. Either we buy and sell or we sell and buy. That is the only two things that one has to do here. Am I right? Whether you are a beginner or even an experienced trader, everyone end of the day, this is what they're going to do. But then when it comes to this trading, when it comes to buying or selling and buying, there is one important thing that one has to understand, and that is a right entry and right exit. That is the one thing which differentiates between a normal trader and a successful trader. That is the one thing that differentiates between success and failure in this business. Am I right? Do you all agree with this? Right? Right entry and right exit. When to buy and when to sell is all that one has to learn. Anyone who has mastered it, now you are a successful trader. And if you all think very deeply, even if there is anyone who is already an experienced trader who has been trading in stock market, now you'll understand these are the only two things that you have to master, isn't it? But then when it comes to buying and selling, there is another reality that you have to understand, and that is price always does not move in a similar way every time. There are varieties of price movement. In any different market condition, how do we trade? When to buy and when to sell? This is all one has to learn. Do you all agree? Right? Will the price keep on increasing every day? Will the price keep on decreasing every day? If that happens, then everyone would have made profits. Well, that is not the case. There are varieties of price movement. You must have seen there is a sudden market crash. Many times the price moves up in a big way, big rally. Many days the price opens with a gap up or a gap down. Isn't it? Many days the market moves completely range bound. We call it sideways market. There are news events because of which there is a big impact on the price of the stock that you're trading in. So these many different varieties are there. Now in all these conditions, now how do we trade is the big question. And there's a reason people go about doing research, analysis, and all these things. But then in spite of doing all these things, today we are discussing about technical tension, fundamental confusion, and advisory stress. But then as I told you, today you are looking at a solution. There's what is dynamic life, the first ever stock market intelligence. Now what it can do here is it can automatically identify the right entry and right exit in any different market condition. So in order to identify this, there are some very unique intelligence. There are some features, there are some intelligence in this dynamic live which works to identify different market conditions. All right. I will first show you these 4 to 5 different intelligence in this dynamic live. How do they look? What is the significance of them? What do they identify for us? And how easy the trading becomes when we have this information. And then we will go check this dynamic live itself to see the latest. What has happened in the market till yesterday? Whichever favorite stock you want to check, we will check all these things. All right. So anyways, let me show you one by one all these intelligence. The first one here is the right entry and right exit. As I told you, this is very important, but at the same time, when not to enter, when not to exit is also equally very important for you to know. All right. And for this, there is an intelligence in this dynamic live. Let me show you. See, there is an example that I'm showing you just to explain this intelligence. Whenever the price of any stock that you have selected to trade, and if the price of the script is likely to increase, then here in the action information, it is very clearly written as buy long, act now. Which means buy signal has come, take a long position, act now, buy it immediately. So the tool itself is very clearly telling you to buy. But similarly, whenever the price is increasing, and if this dynamic live feels that this is not the right moment, the price may not go up any further. In such a case, it will tell you buy signal, wait and buy. So this intelligence here, it is also able to identify the false movement. You can see the price has continuously increased, but then this dynamic live feels it is going to go down now. Don't buy this. Buy signal has come, but please don't buy. There is the beauty of this intelligence. Not just this, even in a downtrending market, if you want to trade and make benefit, here the action itself will tell you sell, short, act now. Which means you can take a short position, it is likely to go down even further. But many times if it feels there is a false movement, then it will tell you sell signal, wait and sell. Which means sell signal has come, but please wait, don't sell this. So similarly, in one such situation, it told us sell signal, wait and sell. But on this day, there was a big gap down in Bank Nifty. As soon as there was a gap down, this dynamic live told us sell signal, wait and sell. So we waited, we did not do the trade. But just imagine a normal trader without this information. Now what would have happened? Normally, when there is a gap down, that too, this was almost close to 800, 900 points gap down. As soon as there is such a big gap down, there is always a tendency for people to sell. They will jump into sell. And especially those people who have bought it the previous day, they will sell out of panic. But later what happened was, you can see the price is around 19,945 when it happened. And from here, the price completely moved up to 20,613. Massive up movement on the same day. Now this in this moment, all those people who sold, now they would have all got stuck in a very big minus trade, isn't it? But then using this dynamic live, the benefit was we could have completely avoided this trade. Not just avoiding this trade, in our training, you will understand that even at this point, when it is telling us not to sell, why not buy this? Because we know that the price is about to increase. So similarly, there is one more intelligence here called zigzag caution. Now what it does here is it identifies the temporary price reversal. You can see by the name itself, it says caution, which means be careful. All right. If in case the price is increasing and if it tells you be careful, then it means it is going to go down, isn't it? So let me show you an example here. Now here is the price movement of the same Bank Nifty where the price is continuously increasing. Let's assume in this up movement you have taken a buy position. And after buying, as the price goes up, right on top you can see a red colored symbol. We call it a zigzag caution. Now when it appears, it means the price can reverse. There can be a temporary price reversal. So what we could have done here is, whatever buy position we have taken, we could have simply exited the trade right at the top. Not just exiting the trade, we could have also taken a short position right at the top. And the price has opened with a gap down the very next day. The first thing you have to understand here is, we did not predict that the price will open with a gap down. But what we did here is, before the gap down, we have already taken a short position. That is what we want as a trader, isn't it? Not just in a downtrend, even in a not in an uptrend. Even in a downtrend, you can see the price is continuously coming down. Right at the bottom, there is an indication that the price is likely to reverse. And when it appeared, the price was at 21,125, and from here it has completely moved up to 21,489, almost 350 points movement. One could have captured this. Or at least if you had a short position, you could have secured your profits right at the bottom. So that's the benefit of the zigzag caution. And we have the sideways caution intelligence. Now, there's one very complex situation that every traders come across, because there's a phase where majority people incur a series of minus trade. Because sideways market is such a situation where the price keeps moving up and down within a small range. And it becomes very difficult for anyone to understand which direction it is about to move now. And I'm sure you all must have experienced this. Whenever you buy, the price goes down. Whenever you sell, the price goes up. And it keeps happening back to back. If you have experienced this, it means you have experienced a sideways market. But the advantage today of this intelligence in Dynamic Live is it can automatically identify the sideways market for you. Now, how it does this, let me show you. You can see here, in this reason, it is very clearly written as sideways nearing sign. So it is telling us in advance, sideways movement is about to start. Get ready. Normally, when there is a sideways movement, only when people experience the sideways movement, and later they do all possible research analysis, and then they are able to identify it as sideways. All right, but by then the sideways is almost over. You would have lost most of your capital there. But here it is, this Dynamic Live, it is telling us sideways movement is about to start before it started. Later it says sideways start sign. So when it says sideways start sign, now we know that the sideways movement has started. So whatever trade that you have taken, you can exit your trade early. Because now you know in sideways it will move up and down within a small range. Right? And you can go trade some other stock which is not in sideways. But even if you continue to trade in this stock, later this information changes to sideways now. As long as the price keeps trading in sideways, it will be written as sideways. So when it is in sideways, if you get any new trading opportunity, you know that you have to exit this trade early. Because it is moving in a small range bound. Book early profits, small profits. You cannot wait holding your position for big profits right now. Isn't it? Especially if you're trading in options. If you don't book early profits, then what will happen is your premiums will melt very fast. All right. So that's the advantage. And at last it says sideways end sign. Now we know that the sideways movement is over. The range bound movement is over. Now it is about to move in a single direction. Get ready to capture the next big movement. Just imagine when you have these many informations in the live market, then what happens is your decision making becomes absolutely easy. And at last we have this dynamic system cautions and DMBOTS. Now what it does here is it identifies the major price reversals. We saw temporary price reversals being identified by zigzag cautions. Now we have something else which identifies the major price reversals. For example, You can see a very clear uptrend here. In this uptrend, the price continuously keeps increasing, and on one fine day, we see this red colored symbol on top. Then this is what we call it as dynamic system caution. When it appeared, the price is at 21,621. And we knew that the price is likely to reverse now. Big movement. So let's do one thing. Let's book our profits on buy positions close to the top, and also take a short position close to the top. By doing this, next couple of days, what happened is the price of the stock completely came down to 20,767, almost 900 points movement in this one single move. When you had this information, when you knew that it is going to reverse, only then you would have been able to capture this movement, isn't it? But if you did not have this information saying that the price is likely to reverse, then what would have happened? You would have still waited, seeing a gap up. You would have thought it is likely to go up, but all of a sudden it starts coming down. Not just an uptrend, even in downtrend you can see here. Right at the bottom, there is an indication that it will reverse. And the price was at 19,789. And in the next couple of days, it moves up to 20,987. 1,200 points movement. These are not small movements, these are big. Isn't it? So this is how all these multiple intelligence work together for one final end result, and that is a right entry and right exit. But when it comes to trading now many of you may be interested to trade in futures, some of you in options, some of you in equities. Am I right? But then I'm sure many of you today are interested in trading in options. But when it comes to trading in options, now how are you going to trade? You know for the fact that there are many people who have spent years of their life trying to learn what is options, how to trade in options. Hundreds of option strategies, option Greeks like gamma, delta, theta, you name them. And they are still learning. Today, you people are here to decide whether you want to spend your time learning or whether you want to spend your time earning. If you have decided to spend your time earning, then you are at the right place, because today dynamic live is such an intelligence which can tell you how to trade in options in the live market. No theoretical learning, it directly brings you to the practical learning. So whichever script that you're trading in, if it feels the price is likely to go up, then here under the Dowmantic method level 2, in the action you can see it is directly telling you to buy a call option, which means you are supposed to buy a call option. Later it tells you hold call option, so hold your position. Finally at some point it tells you exit call option, so this is where you are supposed to exit the trade. But in this case, not just exit call option, it also says buy put option, so that you can benefit even in a downtrending market. Later it says hold put option, and finally it says exit put option now. So when to enter, how long to hold, and when to exit, complete information this dynamic live is able to give you automatically. And that is what we need as a trader, isn't it? The end result. And as long as we are following this, and as long as we are making profits, then what's better? But when it comes to trading in options, there is one more important thing that you have to know, and that is how to select the right strike price. This is very important. There are many people trading in options, many experts, but not many people have ever thought about this, that to successfully trade in options, you have to first learn how to select the right strike price. But today you don't have to worry, because even the strike price, the dynamic live is able to sell it for you. So whenever the action says here buy call option now, you just have to look at this pyramid pointing upward. There are 3 numbers. Out of these 3, just pick one number. Similarly, if it is written here as buy put option, then look at this pyramid pointing upward, pick one number out of these 3, that's your right strike price. Out of these 3, which is the best number to pick? Now that you will learn in our training. But then this much you can do. But then when I say all these things, some of you may be thinking that I am a beginner. I don't know all these things. Well, what if I tell you that you will learn something today, which you can start implementing from tomorrow, and in a matter of, a very short span of time, you would have started mastering this options trading. How is it possible? Now, for that, all that you have to do is just read what is written in the action information. Can you read this? What is written there? You read it loudly. It is written as buy call option now. This much you can read. But just before you read it, you must know which script you are trading. So this is Bank Nifty. So read it as Bank Nifty buy call option now. Can you do this? But along with this, as I told you, strike price is important. So pick one number out of these three. Let's say you picked 20,900. Now, some of you, when I show this, you must be wondering, how is it 20,900? The actual price of Bank Nifty is around 35,000. As I told you in the beginning, I am just showing you an example to explain this concept. Now I will show you dynamic live directly. There you can see the actual things. So let us say we picked 20,900. So you have to read it as Bank Nifty buy call option now 20,900 strike price. This much can you read? If you can read this much, then what you can do is you can pick up your phone right now, make a call to your stockbroker, and you can ask him over the phone that if I tell you Bank Nifty buy call option now 20,900 strike price, if I give you this much information, will I be able to trade in options? Yes or no? You ask him. Now all those people who are already trading and watching this session, now what do you have to say? If this much information is conveyed, will that person be able to trade in options? Yes or no? What do you have to say? Well, when you ask this question to your stockbroker, you will be surprised to listen to his answer, because his answer will be a big yes. Because they don't care whether you are a beginner or an experienced trader. They don't even want to know this. The only thing that they want here is, have you given them the complete information? So here you told them which script, you said Bank Nifty. What to do, you said buy call option now. Which strike price, you said 20,900 strike price. All the right information has been conveyed. But then of course, along with this, you have to tell the quantity also. All right. So this much information, if you are able to convey over the phone, now they will simply place the order and tell you what price it has been bought. Am I right? And for you to make a phone call and convey this message over the phone, now how much time is it going to take? It's a matter of 20-30 seconds, isn't it? To call them and to tell them Bank Nifty buy call option now 20,900 strike price. Of course, along with this, you have to tell your client ID and what is that? The quantity that you want to buy. 30 seconds, the job is over. And after that, here it will be written as a hold call option. So hold your position. And later at some point when it says exit call option now, one more phone call, you tell them Bank Nifty exit call option now. Another 30 seconds. 30 seconds for an entry, 30 seconds for an exit. You do this 7 times in a row, it means you have mastered options trading. Now, how is it possible? How will you know that you have mastered options trading? Well, that is when the public starts calling you that you are a master, when your stockbroker calls you as a master, when I call you as a master, then obviously you are a master. But why will we people call you as a master? It is because when you do this 7 times in a row, and at the end of 7th time, when your account balance is in profit, then obviously anyone and everyone will call you as a master. Isn't it? So gentlemen, it doesn't matter how many books you have read, how much knowledge you have acquired over the period of years. The only thing that matters here is, have you really made profits or not? If you have made profits, you are a master. If not, you are not a master. Similarly, if you want to master futures trading today, you just read what's written here. Buy long act now. Call them, tell them Bank Nifty futures buy long act now. Or if it says sell short act now, one more phone call, tell them Bank Nifty futures sell short act now. Even this much if anyone can do, and when you start earning, then it means you have mastered futures trading as well. Right? So this is how simple it is when it comes to trading. But then when it comes to trading, for you to trade, what is the bare minimum knowledge that is required for you to trade? That is what one has to focus on. The important thing that one has to focus on is when to buy and when to sell. But when it comes to this point, again, if you spend time doing research and analysis, now those of you who have done, you must understand this when I say age will go, money will not come. All right? But today you are looking at one ready-made solution which can directly give you the final information. So using this information, all that you have to do is just to trade. All right. So today, to give you the right entry and right exit in this dynamic live, just for an entry, these many multiple signals are at work. For an exit, again, these many multiple signals are at work. And all these things work together to give you one final output, and that is the right entry and right exit. When it comes to your job is just a matter of 1, 2, 3 easy steps. Because all that you have to do is just add your favorite stock or index in Dynamic Live. Check what the Dynamic method action information is telling you. And in the training, whatever we have taught you based on those rules, just place the order and start trading and start earning. That is all that you have to do. Just 3 steps. This is how easy, effortless it has become today to trade futures and options using this Dynamic Live. So let me show you this Dynamic Live directly right now. Let us see how it looks, how it works. We can go check any of your favorite stock if required. All right. But then before I show you this Dynamic Live, I have a very simple question to ask to people. The question here is, when you're trading out there, what are the issues that you're facing in your trading? What problems are you facing in your trading? If you can tell me those issues, then we can definitely discuss, definitely see whether there is a solution to all these issues in Dynamic Live. Can we do that? So let us see Dynamic Live. Here it is, Dynamic Live. Now, as I have opened Dynamic Live, by default, we are able to see HDFC Bank price movement. If you want to check any of your stock, tell me, we will check it. All right. Now, in HDFC Bank price movement, now you can see this action information is telling us stay tuned for next trade. So even when you are a beginner, after all this information that you listen to right now in this session, and after that, when you come look at this, it says stay tuned for next trade, which means you're going to wait, isn't it? Entry and exit is the problem, says Mr. Bhattacharya. Correct? Mr. Soham says can't take proper entry and exit. Yes. Analysis done works, but can't take proper entry and exits. Yes. End of the day, everyone has this one final issue, the entry and the exit. That is the only thing. All right. Now, Mr. Anshu Jaiswal says, can't pick a perfect stock as I'm a beginner. See, one thing I would like to tell you on this, when it comes to picking the right stocks, now that is not a difficult task to pick the right stock to trade. For that, you have to just go through different scripts to identify which is the right entry, not in the live market. Okay, before that. But then the main thing that you have to understand is when to buy and when to sell. When you have mastered this, then identifying the right stock to trade, that is not a big deal at all. And in our training, you will learn that also, how to go about doing it manually. All right. But then this tool, what it does is, whichever script that you have selected, it will tell you whether to buy or whether to sell. So that is all that we want, isn't it? So now you can see here, it is telling us stay tuned for next trade, wait for the next trading opportunity. But of late, now previously we must have seen the price of HDFC Bank from when was this, 1st of June. It made a high right at the top. There is an indication that it will go down. The price completely came down. And as it came down again at the bottom, there is an indication that it will reverse. It started reversing. Now at this top, there is nothing. But at this top in the left side chart, you can see there are 2 symbols, zigzag cautions. It told us that the price is going to reverse. And from there, the price has completely come down yesterday, right? So when we have this information, now one can trade right at this bottom, right at this top. Even that is possible using this Dynamic Live. But then those of them who want a very simple and easy way to trade, then this is the Dynamic method. You just have to stick to it. There are some just 10 basic rules to follow that. If you can follow those 10 rules and keep trading as per that instruction, that is more than enough. You can keep earning regularly month after using this. But then if there is anyone who's ready to dedicate, put some efforts in learning initially, then you will be able to sell right at this top, buy right at this bottom. All right. So from basic entry level trading method to expert level trading method, you get to learn different ways to trade using this. Any one way, if you can follow that, that is more than enough. All right. So this is a major benefit here. This is HDFC Bank, but anyways, Mr. Gira Desai has asked for Adani transmission. Let us go check Adani transmission. What is happening in this Adani? This is Adani transmission. I've just added on the screen. Just hold on. Mr. Sunil has a question. Commodity silver, can we trade using this dynamic live? Well, this dynamic live as of now, it is for NSE stocks and index, Mr. Sunil. For commodities, by this year, sometime the company is about to launch the dynamic live tool for commodities separately. All right. But for commodities, we have another tool called dynamic system, wherein using that you can do positional trades. Tata Consumers and Coal India, definitely we will check. Mr. Mitesh says, how to choose the option strike price, expiry. Well, that you will learn it in our training in detail, but then now I'll just show you in one script. First of all, this Adani transmission, see, it is in a buying mode, long hold. The long-term direction of the stock is also uptrend. So you can continue to hold this buy position if you have bought this stock. All right, and it is likely to go up even further. There is no major pressure on top. But let me check Tata Consumers and Coal India. What is the actual symbol of Tata Consumers now? Is it Tata Global? I think it must be Tata Global, isn't it? Is that the one? If you can tell me the symbol, we will check it. But till then, let me check Coal India. What's happening in Coal India? Yes, Reliance also, says Mr. Devashish. Mr. Mohammed Ayaz says, as a beginner, how to start analysis and exit. Can you explain briefly? Well, definitely. Let me tell you, these are two different things. Analysis is a completely different thing. Trading is a totally different experience altogether. Let me tell you. All right. Now, one person as a trader, either you decide to stick to doing only research and analysis, or you stick to trading. All right. Both research and analysis as well as trading, it has not worked out for many. All right. So that is the reason. So when it comes to trading, the right entry and right exit, that is what I've been telling you till now, that this dynamic live can automatically tell you when to buy and when to sell. So we don't have to spend much time on doing any research or analysis. Our job is to simply follow what it tells us. All right. So anyways, this is Coal India. In Coal India, you can see here, now the price of the stock is increasing, and it is this action is telling us hold call option, long hold. It is somewhere at this point where it had initially told us to buy call option. Now, when was this? It was on 4th of June, 10 o'clock in the morning. The price was at 151.30. That is yesterday, and from there it has managed to close at 153.10. Literally close to 2 points movement. Now, definitely, if you're trading in a stock like Coal India in futures and options, now what is the lot size? Let me check the lot size of Coal India. It is around 4,200 lot size. So 2 points movement, we are talking about almost 8,000 rupees and above profits in just one trade in futures. But then in options, if you had bought a call option, as the price moved up, right on top there is some symbol telling us that the price can reverse from here. Get ready, be careful. So what we would have done is immediately at this top, we would have secured our profits. So in options, there is one advantage. You can hold your position, but at the same time, you can lock your profits. Because from here, whatever happens, there won't be any minus. You will secure, lock the profits. How to do that? This is something very important that you will learn in our training. All right. So anyway, this is Coal India. And then Reliance, someone had asked. Let me check Reliance. Tata Consumers, I'll just check it in another tool, that is dynamic system. Please hold on. See, there's Reliance. The price of Reliance continuously moving up. There's a massive up movement. There's a place where it told us to buy, and it was on 28th of May, 9:55 in the morning. The price was at 2024, and from there it is now at 2190, literally close to 160, 165 points movement. Now 165 points movement in a script like Reliance, 250 is the lot size. We are talking about almost 41,000 rupees profit in a single trade with a single lot. And as it is coming down, if you're trading in options, it tells us stay tuned for next trade. But there is one more thing that says get ready to buy put option. There is a preparation. It is telling us in advance, be prepared, you may have to buy a put option. So Monday, when it says, if it is written here as buy put option now, that is when we will try to get into the next trade. And in between, as someone said, Mr. Mitesh asked how to select the right strike price. You can see here this pyramid pointing upward. So whenever you have to buy a call option, pick one number out of these three numbers. If it says buy put option, pick one number out of these three. But out of these three, which is the best number, you will learn it in our training. So there is a Reliance here. And then Mr. Sunil says NHL Limited. I will just check this last stock, and later at the end of the session we can check the others. Is this NH the symbol of the stock? Is it just NH? NH Limited. Yes, there is NH Limited. First of all, the stock is not there in futures and options. You can see the strike price is NA, not applicable. It can be traded only in the equity segment. Now, in equity segment, the long-term trend is up for the stock. So, if you have bought, it is the right thing to do. But after you bought, as the price made a high somewhere here, there is a red colored symbol already popping up in this NMC, which means there is some major pressure building up at the top. Now, whenever we see this information in NMC, for long-term investors, we will do partial profit booking. If you have bought 100 stocks, 100 shares, then at least 50 shares, we will try to exit here. Or at least some part of the quantity, we will try to exit, secure some profits. All right. And once it confirms here in this daily long trend, when it confirms a sell short act now, that's when you can exit your investments in the stock. All right. Yes, rest all other stocks I will just show you at the end. Just hold on for a few more minutes. Can it also help in trading in stocks and options? Yes, it definitely does that, Ms. Anshu Jaishwal. All right. You can trade in stocks also in the equity segment. But then in equity segment, what you have to do is you have to go only for the buying opportunities. Whenever there is a buying opportunity, only then you will be able to trade. Short selling you cannot do in equities. So that is the thing. But anyways, today following this dynamic live, the advantage here is trading, from here on, there won't be any more confusion while taking an entry or an exit. All right. Complete without any confusion, you'll be able to trade. When not to enter, when not to exit, even that this tool will automatically identify. For you to trade in options, it tells you the strike price also, and above that, it also tells you in preparation, get ready. It prepares you in advance. Later in the action information, it tells you buy call option now, or buy put option now, or buy long act now, or sell short act now. Just we can read it and start trading. And your job is 100% effortless because your job is only to place orders. And for you to learn this, there is no need of any in-depth training. A simple one-day training is more than enough. And as I told you, anyone can implement this. Even if you are a beginner or experienced trader, it doesn't matter. All right, even if you're a working professional or a housewife, it doesn't matter. But the point here is you have to implement it mechanically, which means you have to implement it as it is told. whatever has been conveyed in the training, you just follow those rules and keep trading. That is more than enough. You don't have to use your brains or use your expertise. If that much is done, that is more than enough for you to start earning. Ms. Anshu Jaiswal says, is it for intraday, does it work? See, let me make it very clear. Whenever people ask intraday, because they are more interested in entering today and exiting on the same day. Now, if I say yes, now again the next question will be, how many trades can I get in a day? Correct? But then I will not get into all those things. What I'll tell you here is, many times we get an entry as per this dynamic live, where we get an exit on the same day. There are times where we get an entry today and exit after a few days. So it completely depends on the market movement. What this dynamic live does here is it simply follows the market. It doesn't decide saying that I want to do intraday trading, so I want only these many points. No. Whatever the market is ready to offer, we are here to capture, grab the complete opportunity. All right. So I will say yes, short-term trading can be done using this dynamic live. Got it? So today, something extraordinary like this, a magnificent tool, a software like this. Now, what could be its price? Think in these lines. But to make sure that every trader can reap the benefit of this dynamic live, to make sure that every one of you watching the session today can first understand the benefit of this dynamic live, for the first time ever in the last 13 years, the management of this company called Dowman Group, they have come up with a very big special offer. And the offer here is today you can get your hands on this dynamic live by investing just 12,000 rupees plus GST for 1 month, where you can open it, run it in the live market, observe your favorite stock, do some trades. It is a matter of a trade or two for you to gain back this investment that you have made. All right. But then many people have been asking us for trial for many years. All your request has been answered today with this special offer. But let me remind you, this is only for the first month subscription, because so that you can understand its real benefits, then you can plan big. So those of you subscribing for the first time, only you will get this offer. And this offer is valid only for a limited period of time. Very soon this offer will go and the price will rise. All right. So today, if any one of you is interested to jump into this revolution, start trading and start earning, then here is the link that I've texted on the chat. You just have to click on this link to subscribe this offer right now, right away. Now, once you subscribe, what will happen is you will get a mail from our technical team. Just reply to the mail as written there. They will take a remote access of your computer and they will install it today, right now, in your computer. It cannot be installed on a mobile. It is not a mobile app. But this dynamic live, the original price of dynamic live is 4,39,000 plus GST for a 12-month subscription. This is the original price. And along with this, there is another tool called dynamic system. Using this, which we can, where we can do positional trading, long-term investment, short-term investment. It can also, this tool can also identify which stock to buy, which stock to sell. All right. It itself is worth around 95,000 plus GST, but today you get it free for lifetime. All right. So that is the thing. But then today, the same dynamic live, you are getting it at 12,000 rupees GST plus GST for 1 month, first month. But from second month, what will happen? Let me tell you, there are many other offers. You can choose any one from this. First of all, instead of paying 4,39,000, today you can invest only 1,23,000 plus GST to get dynamic live for one entire year. You also get this dynamic system free for lifetime, both the softwares. Then there is a 6 months plan. At 72,000 plus GST, you get dynamic live for 6 months. You also get dynamic system free for 1 year. A 3 months plan, you get both these tools at 42,000 plus GST for 3 months. And 1 month plan at 16,500 plus GST, you get both these tools for 1 month. So these are all the 4 different plans. You can choose any one of them from the second month onwards. But for the first month, you get the special offer at just 12,000 rupees plus GST. All right. But once you subscribe, this is not the end. You will also be able to attend a 1-day online workshop organized on 6th June 2021. That is tomorrow. Starts from 11:30 in the morning. All right. So in this training, you will completely learn things in detail. So first of all, even if anyone is a beginner, you will get to learn things from basics. Anyone who has subscribed today, as soon as you have subscribed, the tool will be installed. But along with that, You will also be given access to certain training videos. All right, they will send you a mail. Please do watch those videos at least once or twice before you come to tomorrow's workshop, because these videos talk about the basics. And once you come to the workshop, there you will straight away start discussing about how to start trading from the very next day. All right, so this is what one can do here. But then this training it is actually divided into 3 different sessions tomorrow. Each session is for 1 hour duration. Even due to any emergency, if you are not able to attend any one session, you don't have to worry, because every session is video recorded. Within the next 24 hours, you will get access to all those videos. All right. But then this is not an ordinary training program where you pay money, get the software, just go through one training, and then after that, whether you earn profit or not, even the God does not know. That will not happen here. To make sure that everyone must make profit here, for that initially to handhold you every day, Monday to Friday, we organize this pre-market session. There's a private session for people who have subscribed already. So in this session, what we do is we plan the trading for you for the day. Nifty, Bank Nifty, where to buy, where to sell today. Or even if you want to trade any of your favorite stock, how to go about it. Whatever plan we do, you just have to note it down. If you can implement it as it is, that itself is more than enough. 1 week down the line, if you have implemented as it is, then let me tell you, you would have earned more profits than what you have invested on this program. And not just that, every weekend we also have this weekly dynamic members meet, as we have today at 7:30 p.m. in the evening. Now, this again, in this session, what we discuss is what all happened during the week, how good benefits one could have earned. How many of you have earned similar benefits? Let us see. Anyone who did not, what went wrong? What are the issues that you're facing in your trading? We are ready to go to this extent to make sure that we discuss things very practically with you, to make sure that you earn consistent profits. But of course, you have to take the first step. You have to show the first initial interest, isn't it? So these are all the benefits. But today, once you subscribe, what are all the things that you're going to get? Let me give you a quick recap. First of all, you'll get these 2 softwares, Dynamic Live and Dynamic System. Now, you get both these softwares, and from Monday, you will be able to attend the pre-market session where we discuss our next action plan. You also get access to the training videos in our members area, which you can go watch at any time, any number of times. And also you can attend the 1-day online workshop organized tomorrow. We call it the Dynamic Superpower Trading Online Workshop. So these are all the things, but then the other benefit is once you subscribe today, your subscription count will start only from Monday. So you can get it installed today itself. There is no problem. So till tomorrow, it is absolutely free. So these are all the benefits, my friends. This is all about today's webinar. Anyone who is interested, you can click on the link to subscribe. But if you have any questions or doubts, you can ask me right now. Sure, Mr. Jasmine, we will check PNB, silver, and silver daily and weekly. All right, we will check that also. First, let me go through this dynamic live. In the meantime, if anyone has any questions or doubts, you can ask me. Or if you need any assistance to subscribe, you can always call us. You can tell me, I'll assist you. Or you can call us at these numbers. The support team will assist you. They will also clarify your doubts if there is any. Tata Steel, PNB, let us check them. Ms. Madhumita Roy, it is 12,000 plus GST for the first month. Not per month, it is first month. That is for 1 month you can use it. And from second month onwards, there are 4 different plans that I showed you. In that, the 1 month plan is 16,500 plus GST for 1 month. Anyway, this Tata Steel. In Tata Steel, you can see here, it is telling us to hold call option. All right, but it is also in sideways now. So we should be ready to exit this trade very early Monday morning, even if it slightly goes up, comes closer to this previous symbol on top, now you can immediately exit the trade because it is in sideways. Mr. Rocky Singh says, do you guys have any stock screener which we can use? Well, there is no stock screener in this dynamic live, Mr. Rocky Singh. All right. We have to choose our favorite stock and it will tell us when to buy, when to sell. PNB. What will be the reward per month and the capital? See, in this, as I told you, there are different ways to trade that you will learn, different methods, from entry level trading method to expert level trading method. When it comes to expert level trading method, we are talking about earning a minimum of 283% returns in options every 30 days. All right. So to that extent, it can be used, this dynamic live. So you can decide what kind of capital. With any small capital you can start, or any big capital you can start. There is no question in this. There is an intermediate trading method also that you will learn, which is very easy for people to start initially, at least for the first month. All right, start and you can start seeing consistent returns. Now in this intermediate method, we are talking about earning around 10 to 40% returns per month. All right. So based on that, as per your requirement, whatever capital you want to start with, you can start. There is no such limitation that minimum you have to start with so and so capital. But of course, if you want to trade in futures, then the capital requirement will be a bit on the higher side, because there is margin requirement as per exchange. In options, you can start with very small capital. Option lead you will give. Well, what lead you are talking about? I didn't understand, Ms. Madhumita Roy. Anyway, this PNB, first of all, in PNB, you can see the long-term trend is up. We are supposed to be holding a long position. But if anyone has bought the stock in the equity segment, as the price moved up, right at the top, there is NMC, C2 red color, which means at this point, we have to do partial profit booking. Partial profit booking we must have done. But currently, we are still on the long side. Dr. Reddy. What to buy? See, first thing, what will happen here is what we tell you in the training is, see, you are here for one person. You are all here for one particular reason, and that is to earn money, isn't it? Right? Now, for that to happen consistently, the right way to trade, the easiest way to trade is first to look at what is your capital. Based on your capital, select one script. Just keep trading the same script for one entire month or one entire year. That is more than enough for you to start earning consistent returns. All right. But then when it comes to trading multiple stocks, it is not that easy, and it is not that easy to track them. But any which ways, when it comes to selecting different stocks, there is a way. Let us assume I have some 10 favorite stock of mine. I will keep tracking these 10 stocks every day. Once, every day doesn't mean that in live market I keep on watching it whole day. No, not like that. Once in the evening, there is another tool called Dynamic System that I told you, which you will get it free with this. In the dynamic system, we can see out of these 10, which is the best trade for tomorrow, one day in advance. So whichever script that you have found to be the best thing, that script you can start trading tomorrow. All right, this is how you can go about doing it. So this is Dr. Reddy. As you can see in Dr. Reddy, it is telling us short hold. It has told us to sell somewhere at here. At this point, it has managed to close at the entry price itself. So currently we will be holding on to the short position. Monday we can see that the price is likely to go down. But for long term, if you check this stock, it says this dynamic live says it is in between trend. It is not in a clear uptrend. It is not in a clear downtrend. All right. So it will do a lot of up and down movement as it has done very recently. A lot of this major up and down movements. It will keep doing this for quite some time now. Havels and Voltas. Let us check them. Any other questions or doubts? Anyone else? See, this is Havels. First of all, the long-term trend is up. It is in a buying mode. It is just trying to come down from a DMBOTS on top, but it has pressure enough to go up further. So even if the price as of now, it can slightly come down or it can reverse from here also. All right, it is in a proper buying mode. But if you want to trade in options, this action says stay tuned for next trade. Wait for the next trading opportunity. This is Voltas. In Voltas, you can see here, it is in an uptrend, continuous uptrend. The price has been continuously increasing, but on top there is some symbol telling us get ready. There are chances the price can reverse. Now, if I get a golden arrow mark pointing downward here, immediately we will exit long and get into short trade. Even here in this action, it will tell us exit call and buy a put option. All right. So, but if in case anyone bought the stock in options right at the stop, we would have already secured our profits. Tata Power. Well, this Tata Power, and Tata Power, you can see here, it is in a clear buying mode. There is no doubt. The trend is also up and it is likely to go up even further. All right. And you can see the action says hold call option. Hold your long position. Absolutely no problem. It is likely to go up even further. But if you have a put option, Mr. Ramakant, if you have a put option, then you have to be very careful. You must have exited it yesterday when it made a low here. All right, risky to hold a put option. If in case the price manages to open at around the same levels, it's better you exit at the same, on Monday. Asian Paint. Mr. Kishore Srinivas Murthy has a very important question. He says, can this tool tell the trend will be strong or sideways? Do you have signals that tells it is a strong trend movement? Yes, it does tell us all these information. That is the reason, there's something very unique. First of all, when it comes to sideways, as I have shown you, in the reason here, it tells us sideways. But this sideways information, it is for short term. Even long term sideways movements are there. All right, how to identify that? Even that you will get to learn using this tool. And what is the strength of this up movement? Can you see certain informations here? These informations tell us the strength of the movement here. All right. So by understanding the strength, we will know when we are doing a trade, we can know in advance before we do the trade that this is a trade which is going to be big, we have to hold. Or this is a trade which is going to be small profit, so we have to exit early. Before you do the trade, you will know this. Any which way, this Asian Paint, the price reversed from the top. Right at the top, there is an indication. It told us it is going to reverse. From there, it came down and it has reached a point. Now, again, from here, it is likely to reverse upward. So, watch it very carefully. The overall strength is a bit upward in this particular stock. Any moment, it can go up further. And this action can tell us buy long, act now. Don't miss buying this if it tells you to buy. Similarly, you have asked for granules. Those granules here, one thing you have to be very careful in this granule. The price of the stock has increased, but then right on top there is some indication that it will go down, and it is very likely to go down, granules, because the overall trend of the stock is also down. It is in a proper downtrend. In a downtrend, the price has come up, which will not last for too long. It is likely to go down. So this is what is granules. What is the time frame used? There are multiple time frames, Mr. Vasu, and there is a combination of different things that we are going to use. But anyways, this one on the right side, it is a 1 hour time frame. The one on the left side, it is a 30 minutes time frame. Now you have asked for silver. Let me go open dynamic system for that. Jasmine ji. Hold on a second until I open silver dynamic system. And those people who wanted to check any stock for investment purpose, you tell me. I think this Quest services, Ms. Madhumitra, you have asked for, it is in the equity that you're looking at, isn't it? First, let me finish this dynamic system. Commodity, silver. Silver and copper also. Let me update the data of silver. I haven't updated it. So this is the process. We have to update the data of this tool every day. The data, everything, you will get it in our website. You don't have to pay anything extra for that. Anyways, silver, daily and weekly. Is it silver or silver mini, Jasmine ji? Is it the first month contract or second month contract? I think it must be first month. This dynamic system, the benefit of this dynamic system is it gives us signals and information one day in advance. So those of you who don't have time, at your leisure time, you can come check this and plan for the next day's trading. See, there is a daily chart of silver. It has managed to come down and reach a trend edge point at the bottom, and it is likely to go up. We would have exited our short position already. You know the rules. All right. If it manages to go cross up and above range 1 buy above value, we are going to buy the stock Monday. Buy this commodity, I'm sorry, but only if it comes to that number. Until then, we will not. And then the same thing, you wanted the weekly chart. So there is a weekly chart. It is an uptrend, clear uptrend. Same way, let us go check the metals, copper. Yes, Mr. Arman, tell me, to become financially free, to let my money work for me. Yes, there is some smart work you have to do. So Debashish says, I bought Reliance at 1984 rupees. Should I sell it on Monday or I must hold it? Please share. Yes, we will check that. Anyways, let us go check this copper. Well, there's copper. The price of copper has reached a very important point at the bottom, you can see, and there is very likely chances the price of this commodity can start reversing. But if I have to buy this, there is a particular point where I have to buy. But anyways, if you are holding a short position in this commodity, be prepared to exit it on Monday. Where to exit copper, I'll also tell you. See, copper, if it trades above 748.4 on Monday, then you can exit the short position if you have a short position. Similarly, let us go check dynamic system for stocks. So the first one I would like to check is Reliance. $1,984 is where you have bought this, Mr. Debashish. Now you can actually continue to hold it for time being, but then if the price of Reliance starts trading below, let me check this. If it trades below 2,139, then you can exit the trade tomorrow. I mean on Monday, 2,139. If it stays above that, you can continue to hold the long position in Reliance. Emphasis for long term, says Mr. Soham. So, well, it is in a long term clear uptrend. It has reached a point from where it can start reversing upward a bit. All right, but then is there any other indication on top where I have to be careful? At least partial profit booking should I have to do? Let me check. No, nothing yet. So continue to hold your long position. Nothing to worry. It is in a long term uptrend. Emphasis. Mr. Sunil says I have bought NH Limited at 495. Let us check that also. Yes, Mr. Kishore, if you're as a full-time trader, you can trade in Nifty, Bank Nifty, because that is what I am doing. All right. So there's the stock NH. It is in a uptrend, no doubt, but as it moved up, right on top, there must have been something. Yes, right on top, you can see a diamond symbol on top. This month, when it made a high of 566, that is where what we should have done is secured partial profits. But as of now, you can continue to hold the long position. You have bought it at 495. which is a, at a very high price you have bought it. You could have bought it much earlier, somewhere at using this dynamic system, you could have bought it somewhere at around 439.95. that is 440. You could have bought it. Yes, you can trade in weekly option, Mr. Kishore. You can also trade in monthly option. But how to trade? If you want to trade in weekly options, how to select the right strike price. If you want to trade in monthly options, how to go about this, you will learn it in our training. What can we do for Mondays or any stock, or how to choose? Well, as I told you, that in this dynamic system, there is an option where you go to daily reports. There is a new buy sell report which tells you. If I click on this, it will take some 10-15 minutes to open, but it will identify which are all the stocks which has given a new buy or new sell. But out of that, which is the best buy to do, that we have to manually check. How to check? We will learn it in our training. But if you go to dynamic live that we saw earlier, in that you have to choose your favorite stock, and it will tell you when to buy and when to sell. So if you have any stock in mind, you can tell me, we will check it. Well, I hope I have answered all your questions and doubts. Any others? Anyways, if in case you are running out of time, what you can do here is you can always call us at the contact numbers that I had given you. I'll give it to you once more. These are the contact numbers. You can get in touch with us. And then if in case you want to subscribe the special offer, here is the link that I've texted on the chat. All right. So these are the details. So since it seems as if there are no more doubts. So gentlemen, thank you all for joining today's session. Wish you all a happy trading. Wish you all great success in your trading. Those of you who have subscribed this special offer, welcome to the dynamic family. See you on the other side tomorrow in the online workshop. But until then, good afternoon to all of you. Thank you.